typical setup in a room would be when you're using all three things, right? You have a docking station and everything connected through the docking station. Then it goes, one of the video feeds goes into the document camera, and it comes out of the document camera, goes to the projector. Now we're adding the third monitor, and when you plug in your computer, you are operating with three different screens, right? Right away, as you plug in, it can come up different ways. Right now, I have it all mirrored, same image to three screens. So I want to separate them. If you're teaching fully virtual class, you might wanna use all three screens differently so you can put different stuff on three screens. But if you're teaching both kids in the class and at home at the same time, most of the teachers said we don't want to show the meet to the kids in class because it's distracting. They are watching what the kids are doing instead of working on the thing. So I'm gonna show you how to set up that you have your meet on a separate monitor. Normally, the monitor wouldn't be facing the class, right? I'm looking the same way, but normally you would be either turned to the class or you'll be standing at least to the side of the thing. So anywhere on the desktop, if you right click, you go to display settings, and this is where you make changes to the configuration of your display setup. As I said, right now everything is mirrored. So I'm gonna go down here into multiple displays, and I'm gonna extend desktop on 1 and 2. So right now everything's extended, right? Let me take this. There, so you can see everything's extended, so now every screen is separate. Now I can put different stuff on the different screens. We have 1, 2, 3 monitors. If you hit the identify button, you see the black number shows up so you know which screen is what number in the system. So let me do it one more time. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I wanna keep this monitor as a separate screen, right? That's why I'm gonna keep my Google Meet so the kids in class don't see it. But then if I'm facing the class, I cannot use the projector as a separate screen. I cannot move stuff on that screen that's behind me because I don't see it. So what I want to do is mirror what's happening on my laptop display to the projector, and then whatever I'm doing on the laptop, I know it's showing up on the projector for the kids in the class. So I'm going to use that screen for all the presentation for anything I want my kids in the class to see. So the laptop screen is 1. Projector is 2. So I go to multiple displays, and I'm gonna say duplicate desktop on 1 and 2. Say keep the change here, and there we go. Anything that's on my laptop is now on the projector. I can turn around, and I don't need to look at the projector. I know everything's here is there. One more thing, as you can see right now, all my icons on this separate monitor. So this is the main display right now. This is where it all starts. So any new program you open, it's going to that display. I want to change that, and in order to easily move stuff around, I want to tell the system where my separate monitor is. So I can grab the number 3, that's which display that it is there, and I'm gonna place it just about how it's physically located against my laptop. Once I do that and I hit apply, now if I need to move my cursor between the monitors, I just move in the direction of that monitor, and it moves between the screens, right? So if I'm dragging it in the direction of that monitor, and the content moves. And as I said, I want this to make this my main display, and now all my icons are on this one, and they disappear from there. So that's it. I set up my monitors the way I want them. Essentially, I'm operating with two different screens, and I can move stuff between them. So we go to Google Classroom, we start the Google Meet. And as I said, I want to keep it on that monitor, my Google Meet, so the kids in class are not distracted, but I want to present this YouTube video. So I need that YouTube video to be on my display and not on that thing. So what you can do, you just grab that tab, pull it off the main Google Chrome window, and you move to the screen that you want to use. Right? So now I have my YouTube shown both to kids in class and well, not kids at home yet. In the Google Meet, I go to Present, I choose the Chrome tab, and I choose my YouTube video and share. That's it. Now I can play it, open it up full screen. Oops, actually, it was full screen. And now, whatever the kids at home see, my kids in the class see as well. Sound is not playing because I have speakers on. There you go. Okay, now I'm gonna stop presenting and we're gonna look at the camera. As you can see, because I plugged in the docking station, the camera was on. My computer picked up this camera and made it a default web camera on the machine. So when I started the Meet, that's what the Meet is using as the default camera. You can use it that way. You can use the new camera will work this way. The old one will not work as the webcam. So you can use the new camera that way. The problem becomes if you want to read something to the kids. Let me just move it so you can see. As you can see, it mirrors the image. It doesn't, if you were to join this Meet, you would see it the right way at home. So the kids at home would see it the right way, but the kids in the classroom, at the same time, they're seeing it mirrored. And there is no way to fix it on both ends. You messing it up either on this end or on the other end. But otherwise, if you're using this camera for other stuff, you can just use it as a webcam. I can point it anywhere I want. If I want to show the kids something in the classroom, I can do it and just whatever, right? But right now it's flipped upside down. I don't see, oh, yeah, I didn't grab there is a remote control for the camera. On the remote control, there is a rotate button that lets you flip the image, but it doesn't work when you have the camera in a PC mode. Right now it's the computer mode, which means the camera just lets the image from computer pass to the projector. You have to switch it into camera mode. So it goes like that. This one screen disappears from the computer. Now I can flip the screen and I go back to the PC mode. There is another way to flip the camera using the Sphere 2 software. I'm gonna show you later. But again, I have to open that camera in the Sphere 2 software. So now, second way to use the camera is to present it using some other application on your computer. But in order to use it with some other application, the camera can only be used by one program at a time. So if Google Meet is using your camera, no other application can use it, can open the camera up. So I go to Settings, Video, and switch to Integrated Web Camera for Google Meet. Same thing for audio. Okay, audio is fine. So now Google Meet is using this integrated camera. This camera is free. I can go and open Sphere 2 software. You can even use the built-in camera software on the computer. That's gonna work with this camera as well. But Sphere 2 will work with any of the Aver cameras. So even with this old one, you can use Sphere 2 to use this. So now I have a camera showing the picture the right way, all the mirroring's fine, and I can go to my Google Meet and I can present that window to the kids at home as well. Right, so I'm presenting that same window and it's showing to the kids in the class.
This is the G&T version for you people. We're going to catch all the people in the audience.
And as I mentioned before, in the Sphere 2, you can use the controls, this like a purplish button at the bottom, and you have a flip icon, and I can flip it anyway, and now, you see, now we displaying it. And now if I close the Sphere and go back to Meet and open this camera in Meet, it's now gonna be right side up. So you can
have to do it once.
Jury's out on that.
Next time when you connect, it might still be, but the default way for the camera is, so you reboot the camera or whatever, the default way for the camera is upside down because it's meant to be used this way. You see now, if I wanted to show them the book, it's upside down. So this is kind of like two modes of using the camera. But otherwise, if we put it again, you can read the book to the kids. You can take a piece of paper and start writing, using it as the whiteboard in the class, right? And showing it to both kids in the class and kids at home. This new camera also comes with a microphone built in. That microphone will work a little better than the built-in computer microphone if you were to talk a little farther away. The laptop microphone, it's meant to be like isolating the sound of the person who's sitting right in front of the laptop. So if you're standing to the side of the laptop and talking, turned a little away, that microphone starts losing the quality. This microphone can pick up the sound a little better. But again, it adds the complexity to everything you do because in a Google Meet, you go into settings and you need to know about it because you plug everything in, the kids cannot hear you. You go into your settings, you go to your audio, look at which microphone, let me move it to the, you look at which microphone is selected for Google Meet. You see I'm talking and I can see the microphone is reacting. That means my microphone's working fine, so if the kids cannot hear me, something with their speakers, they have their sound turned off. And I can choose Aver USB audio capture. And this is the microphone and I see that it's not working. So I know, okay, I cannot use it right now. And normally what I've seen, it's either starts working after a little while or you have to reboot the computer before it picks up the right drivers and works fine. So you have to test it. Same thing, speakers. If you cannot hear the kids you cannot hear any sounds from your Google Meet. Again, audio, speakers, see which speaker is selected. Right now is the computer speaker is selected, but I can switch to the speakers on the board, and if I hit test,
Okay.
I can hear it
Awesome.
play. And the integrated camera, as I said, you can always switch between the cameras that are connected and recognized by your system.
All right. That's it?